Oh, it is recording.
Are you wearing a cosplay right now? Or do you always just look that cool?
Okie pokey weirdos, I'm Rev, and welcome to my world of cosplay shenaniganery. In this bin, I have a massive collection of wigs, as well as quite a large collection of thrifted fabrics that I would like to show you, because all of these fabrics and costume pieces are things that I am planning on working on, and I wanted to see if anyone was more excited about one piece rather than the other, so that I know to start on that one sooner rather than later. So please let me know in the comments if any of these tickle your fancy. Let's get to the haul. First up out of this bin is a wig that some people might have already seen. This wig I got for Peggy Carter. I did some photos for 4th of July when her costume wasn't quite done, and then I filmed a video. It is highly unlikely to be up at the time of this video, but I will definitely have it on my channel soon. So keep an eye out for that video on the build of her costume. Otherwise, this is a long, curly, dark brown wig that I was looking forward to getting because I could cosplay characters like Barbara from Beetlejuice as well.
Beetlejuice is sexy. Beetlejuice is smart. BJ is a graduate of Juilliard.
For another character that I have technically already done, but this is for the more official version of it. This is my new Angel Dust wig. Definitely needs styling, and it also feels like it has a little too much pink in the back. I was already planning to add more wefts, but this definitely needs the wefts added to cover up some of that extra pink. The last Angel Dust I did was a closet cosplay, as well as I desperately wanted to do the cowgirl look, and with a proper fluffy spiky Angel Dust wig, the cowgirl hat was not going to fit on my head, so I had to downplay his hair a bit. This time I will actually do it correctly, and I also have a variety of items that I bought for him that I am not going to share yet because I want them to be a surprise. But there's the wig! Another wig that'll get us into the fabrics. By the color, can you tell who this is for? Woo! We have a Miku wig with those cheesy little clip-on pigtails. I have a lot of the materials to go ahead and make her costume. I was really just waiting on the wig to get it started. I can't promise exactly when I'm going to get started on it, but I hope her to be soon because I have all the materials now. Why am I looking orange? I definitely will be putting tulle tubes over these pigtails. I want to leave them as clippies because I don't usually like working with wigs a whole lot, and to simplify it as much as I can for myself would be best. But this is pretty thick. I was not expecting it to be as thick. Turn the light on me a little more so I look less orange. So along with the wig, we have Thrifted bed sheet. I got this at Goodwill. I think it was 12 bucks because I have both. And I can definitely get the teal accents that I want out of this material. I was actually tempted to make the wig out of this fabric, but I went ahead and got a cheaper Miku wig just so that I would have a proper wig. I do eventually want to do other Miku cosplays, but this one is going to be a lot closer to the basic Queen Bee, because this is going to be her shirt. It makes a lot of noise. I got this material as a gift for Christmas last year, and I felt like it would work really well for my own variation of the OG Miku, because I usually wanted something with more pink to it. I was very tempted to do the cherry Miku, which I might still do, but I was able to find the materials for OG Miku first. I was even able to thrift the material that I'm going to use for her skirt. I can't promise when or if I'm going to get all of these projects done. Most projects take at least 2 weeks, if not a whole month, if not more than that. So these costumes definitely surpass even a year worth of work. Then I thrifted this fabric. It's black velvet, but it's got a scaly texture to it. I have cosplayed a variation of Toothless before, but with this velvet, I am very excited to make a Toothless costume that does not have as much leather and I will not be so hot in, so it'll be more of a Ren Fair cosplay, hopefully. More velvet, this time purple velvet, also thrifted, and this purple velvet is for my Gene Wilder Willy Wonka. This is the only thing I've managed to collect for it so far. I'm still looking for the material for his vest with the pink and black flowers on it. Somehow we have a comforter with the perfect design on it, but the flowers are absolutely massive. Otherwise I would cut up that comforter and use it for this project. Something not thrifted. Beetlejuice pants, but not for Beetlejuice. I'm going to dunk these in yellow dye so that the white stripes dye yellow. Can anyone guess what this is for? Here's another hint for you. Black to purple gradient wig. This also gifted to me for Christmas. And a sequin blazer. This is for Jagged Stone from Miraculous Ladybug, because I desperately wanted to cosplay one of the characters, but I knew that any of the characters, their costumes would take a really long time to make. So I went with the character that I knew I could more easily cosplay immediately. Speaking of Miraculous Ladybug, got the material for Cat Noir. Also have the wig for him. I also bought the wig so that I could eventually cosplay Adrian and do something a little more nonchalant and a little more chill, because so many of my cosplays have a whole bunch going on. But I'm not that far along in my Cat Noir because I still haven't found the perfect green spandex yet, and I also am working on my own design of his costumes so they'll better fit my style. Let's keep going with kids shows here. We have another wig. This silvery white spiky wig is for Death from Puss in Boots, although I bought it mostly because it works for a whole bunch of different characters. I am actually currently working on Death, Lobo. So, here's the first layer of his EVA foam Death scythes. They're very floppy at the moment. So he will definitely be done sooner rather than later because hopefully y'all have been seeing my videos for Lewis and Legoshi from Beastars, and these ears and the tail, they ended up being way too light for Legoshi, so I'm going to need to airbrush them. But I thought before I airbrush these darker, I should cosplay Lobo so that I can get use out of the lighter colored fur first. To go with all of my canine and other pointy teeth critters, I got multiple sets of vampire fangs with their little friendly plastic to go inside so I can click them in and click them out. I had one set of vampire fangs, and when I moved, they disappeared on me, so I was really excited to get this package that has 12 sets of all different sizes, so I can vary what size I have depending on the character, which will be really nice. Speaking of pointy teeth, get out of there. Oh, I might need scissors. Ugh. This is the first time I'm opening them. They look so cool. I got tops and bottoms of these pointy teeth denters that you can actually form around your teeth with hot water. So these will be amazing for Grell and Soul Eater and a whole bunch of other characters that I'd love to revamp, because I was cosplaying a lot of pointy teeth characters when I was in high school, and I'd love to get back to properly cosplaying them with professional teeth rather than my wax and fake fingernail teeth. Looks like it might be a wig, but it's not. It is, oh my, it's a mess. It is a rubber lizard man mask. This is something that will act as a base for a cosplay that I've been working on and off. I do have some videos up for him already. So this will be the base for the face mask of Ceres from Galaxy Quest. I would really like to get further along in his project, but I had moved multiple times ever since I had started it, and every time I was close to moving, I had to stop because this is such a massive undertaking. But I wanted to include him in here so that you can get a reminder that I am still working on this guy. Something not thrifted, and I had to get a second one to double layer this because it's so thin. But it is a white unitard, and it is actually for an Elvis-inspired outfit that I am creating for a dance routine. I have 2 Elvis costumes with the materials ready for them. I have a few more that I don't have the materials for yet. But that means I went and bought multiple packages of little sparkly doodads that I can sew onto the costumes. And the second version will be a black and red look. This black fabric has a whole bunch of red sparkly material woven into it, thrifted. And these reddish orangey curtains, thrifted, will go with that black one. I need to get a cherry red to go with the white one. I'm hoping I can thrift some curtains. But the orangey red plus black is inspired by Trouble, and this white one is inspired by the kitchen sink suit. I kept this material in here to remind me, to remind y'all, that I am still working on updating my Fizzarelli costume. Not a whole lot of people had been super excited about it, so I'd moved on to other things, but if you would like to see Fizzarelli updated, because he was far too large for me when I wore him, because I had gotten super sick and lost a bunch of weight just before the convention that I wore this costume to. So hopefully I will soon be able to update this costume to where it actually fits me now, and he'll look a little better. Oh my. The echo through this fabric is insane. Another thrifted fabric, a bunch of shiny green faux leather. I haven't exactly decided what I'm gonna do with this fabric yet, but I have some ideas because I was thinking some sort of a Slytherin inspired leather jacket. I was also thinking about the green dress that Dune's mom wears in the OG Dune movie with Patrick Stewart, because she has that gorgeous green satin dress, and I thought maybe I could use that as an inspiration to also help with my Slytherin leather jacket. We'll see. Not exactly sure what I'm doing with this yet, but I love the material. The final wig in this haul. Do you know what it is based on the accessories? More accessories. Nom 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 nom. Oh, he's more full than I expected too. All of these wigs were pretty dang cheap. I was going for really cheap ones so that I could alter them slightly and save money so I could thrift more fabric. Here is a very cheap, funky looking Alistair wig that I need to style hardcore. I do have my own variation of Alistair planned. I mean, so many people were very upset about my own version of Angel Dust, the cowgirl, but people are gonna have to get over it. Hopefully they won't be nearly as upset about my own variation, my own take on Alistair. It is very heavily inspired by a very famous fashion designer going around at the moment. But I'm not giving you much more information than that because I don't want anybody stealing my ideas. And last, but definitely not least, another Christmas present. Let's start this over. My battery's about to die. And we're back with a full battery for the very last one. And last, but definitely not least, this sparkly red material that you would have seen if you watched any of my Elvis costume history videos. This material is for 3 different characters that I've thought of so far, but more keep coming up in my brain. I initially wanted to make Marilyn Monroe's red dress. And as I thought about it, I realized that her red dress is very, very similar to Jessica Rabbit's dress. So I thought I could do a middle line down in between both of those designs so that I could cosplay both of them. I do already have Marilyn's wig, thanks to cosplaying female Aziraphale, and I've also had Jessica Rabbit's wig for years now and just hadn't gotten around to making her costume because there's a lot that goes into it. And then I thought of another character who wears a red sparkly dress that I could just alter the Marilyn Jessica dress into, which would be the fairy godmother from Shrek. And if y'all could think of any other characters that wear a sparkly red dress with similar design, I'd love you to let me know so that I can add more characters. And then it would be way more worth it to make this very form-fitting dress that I don't know how well that's gonna go over. But the more characters I think of for this fabric, the more likely I am to make it. And that is my haul. Those are all the materials I have collected over the past 6-ish months, a year, cost plans for the future. Do you have any cosplays planned right now? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear what kind of characters you all are working on. Not everything is going to get done immediately, of course. And please let me know down in the comments if any of these costumes seem really interesting to you and you'd like them to get done sooner rather than later. And now I'm covered in sparkles. The purple velvet is also covered in glitter because it ended up getting washed with a purple dress that's all glittery. I have been bombed by sequins and glitter. Even just looking at this haul, you can see that cosplay is a pretty expensive hobby. So if you'd like to support me on Ko-fi for cosplay behind the scenes, I would greatly appreciate it. My dance content is over on Patreon, and you can get some free stuff over on there. Otherwise, I am ever so grateful that you're just hanging out here on YouTube with me. So please remember those subs, comms, thumbs, and a ding. And welcome to the madness. And now I'm gonna have to get up from the floor. And thanks a whole bunch for watching my video to the end. Bye!
Do you have any cosplays?
If I can get her flipped the right way. I got... Ooh. Maybe we should open this. Oh, do I need scissors? No, okay. Oh, there's a wig cap in there. Because I've already worn it. Oop, get in that bag. She's so much hair, she does not want to go back in the bag. I got this... Water. Okay, I think I got a thumbnail out of that, hopefully. Now I have to clean up this mess so I can make it again while filming.